It's the oasis of October. The colors are beautiful, the weather's mild, school's well into session, and the hustle and bustle of the holidays is not yet upon us. It's a time for growth and a time for honing our skills so that we're better able to meet the demands of the day. How would you like to save hours every week by typing just a few characters instead of entire sentences or entire paragraphs? Well, today I'm going to show you the power of text expanders, a simple tool that can improve your productivity greatly. This is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look easy. We're going to cover today why text expanders are so important, what they are, and give you practical examples that you can start using today. Think about times you spend typing the same thing over and over. Perhaps it's your email signature. Perhaps it's a common response that you use in the emails. Maybe it's your address. Maybe it's common phone numbers or even technical explanations that go on for paragraphs. The average person types the same phrases hundreds of times without realizing it. Also, think about the AI prompts that you use regularly. You may have saved those somewhere, but instead of navigating there to copy and paste, what if hitting a few keystrokes would paste your entire prompt into your AI tool of choice? You're going to learn how to do that right now. A text expander is like a personal assistant that finishes your sentence, but faster and more reliable. What are the benefits? Instead of taking 30 seconds or 5 minutes to type something, it's now seconds. No more typos in that important information that you use over and over. You hit a couple of keystrokes and there's your stuff, and it's always the same and it's always error free. Your messaging stays constant and more professional. It's on brand. It's the same every time. Instead of being, oh, shall we say, influenced by your emotions. I know after I've answered the same question from five different people, my answer to that fifth one may be a little shorter and a little more curt than the time I took with that first one. But a text expander is always just as pleasant the 30th time it hears that question as it was the first. Now, in the body of the blog post, I have links to two different videos that I've done in the past. One is for a text expander called Text Blaze. The other is for one called Type Desk. I use both of them. TextBlaze is a Chrome extension, and therefore it works in all things Chrome. In other words, Gmail, Google Drive, etc. TypeDesk is a piece of software that you're going to download to your computer, and it works anywhere. I like TextBlaze because of the special things that it will let me do inside of Gmail. I like TypeDesk because it works anywhere. I'm going to put the links to both of those in the body of the blog post. Please go and examine both of those and then jump into the one that you think better suits your needs, or do them both. Now, let me give you a few practical examples. First of all, hopefully you've created an email signature in your email program of choice, but sometimes maybe you need a different email signature because of a different role that you play in life. So instead of having to copy and delete the email signature that you have and then retype the one that you need for that specific purpose, create yourself a text expander for this new signature. Then you just highlight, delete the signature that you don't need in that particular email. You hit a couple of keys, and there's the entire signature that you need for this particular purpose. What common sentences do you find yourself typing again and again? Maybe if it's, thank you for your email, I'll get back to you within 24 hours. What if you had a text expander shortcut that was the letters TY? So it's always going to be some kind of abbreviation in front of it. With for example, with TextBlaze, it's a slash TY. Could expand to those two sentences. Or in type desk, you can use others. I like to use a period. Period. TY would give me, thank you for your email. I'll get back to you within 24 hours, if that was the shortcut that I created. You can have a shortcut that produces an entire email address. You can have an entire outside address. You could have it where if you have a refund policy for your business and you're frequently having to give that to people, just create a shortcut that's like dot refund. And anytime you type dot refund or slash refund, it produces that entire policy, even though it's several paragraphs long. If you find yourself having to give your social media profiles to people on a regular basis, just create a text expander so that when you type dot social or slash social, it types all of them out for you. Text expanders have saved professionals time for many years, but the main reason I'm bringing this back to you today is because of AI. You may have found some prompts, or you may have created some prompts that you use over and over and over. Nobody wants to go into Chat GPT and retype a long prompt. You probably have those saved somewhere. But again, going over to copy and come back and paste them is also kind of time consuming. What if you took those common prompts and you put them in your text expander? You go to ChatGPT or you go to Claude or you go to Gemini and you hit that little text expander, dot whatever it is, couple of keystrokes, and there's that entire prompt that you have just entered. Saves tons of time. Now, personally, I do my writing on my computer. When I'm on a mobile device, I like to do voice input. But if you're on the go a great deal and you need to respond, especially with long responses, and do so from your phone, let me give you some help. In the body of the blog post, I'm giving you some help on how to set up personal dictionaries. You type certain characters, and your phone automatically changes those characters into words, sentences, or entire paragraphs of your choosing. So go over to the body of the blog post, and you're going to see instructions on how to do this on Gboard, on the Samsung keyboard, or on your iPhone. Now, don't go overboard with any of this. If you create too many shortcuts, you won't remember what the shortcuts are. Text expanders are one of those simple tools that whose benefits compound over time. Use them every day, and soon you will have saved hours. Try setting up just two or three text expanders today. Maybe your email signature, maybe a common phrase that you type, and maybe an AI prompt that you use on a regular basis. Start there and grow little by little. Again, when it's those things that you're typing over and over and over, that's where a text expander can help save you the time. Thanks for stopping by today. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.